Director General of Police Rupin Sharma para khushi ki Nagaland Directorate of Forensic Sciences thagibule cabinet para approve khushi. DGP para khushi ki aji 12 mobile forensic laboratory van Phek off Koreado dangor improvement ase khushi investigation nimide IB details.
Traditionally, Nagaland police has been built up around armed policing. Okay, so traditionally our capabilities in investigation, whether it is by way of number of personnel for investigation and police station or CID, or the aids for investigation or tools and equipments for investigation, sort of that was not the focus, that was not important. But increasingly at the national level, also with the adoption of the new criminal laws and how policing is going to evolve in the future throughout the country and throughout the world, investigation is becoming important. So in the past 3.5 years, I'm not saying earlier it was not done, it was done, but there has been a distinct focus that we have tried to bring out for investigation related things. So if you see, besides the normal equipments, we have even the forensic science, we have the lab we have equipped very well last 4 years. Even these mobile forensic vans, if you allow us a day or so, ADG LO will share us what are the equipments in the mobile forensic vans. Okay, it is not just a van which is just going to go here and there and just allow us to take fingerprints. It has multiple equipments there, including equipments where if a phone is seized on the spot or a laptop is seized or on the scene of crime, the van can be taken. We can take clone copies of the phones or the electronic equipments and all. It will help in investigation. So there are a lot of things. The detailed list of equipments we can provide. So just this mobile forensic vans is a big improvement in the way the investigation will be conducted in Nagaland. We have been organizing regular training courses for our officers in investigation related matters on all aspects, cybercrime, forensics, even the mobile forensic van. We have already had a 2-day training course. Plus, I think today onwards there was supposed to be a training being assisted or being conducted by the NIA for investigation on insurgency and terror related issues. We are taking our efforts, but if you have any specific thing in mind, please let me know. Yeah, ADG LO just wants to add something.
Besides what the DGP has said, see, you are right when you say that only procuring the equipments are not sufficient, but in the mobile forensic van becomes very important, especially in the light of the new criminal laws. Now, new criminal laws have been adopted and enacted and notified by the state government, and these new criminal laws are time-bound investigation and time-bound trials also as well. Plus, as per the new laws, most of the offences which are more than 7 years, it is mandatory that forensic team need to visit the scene of crime, and that's going to be very helpful with these new forensic vans. And as DGP has said, these vans have the capability for not only for fingerprints but also for collecting the blood and other body fluids. It has the capacity for preliminary investigation of narcotics, the explosives, the cyber offences like cloning a mobile and other things. These vans are also backed up with the inverters and portable generators, so that, see, when we are speaking about the whole state, it's not only for Dimapur and Kohima. We have also taken care of the far-flung areas like Noklak and Shamatur, wherein this vans would be required. That is part one with regard to the equipment part. Part two is about the training. Now, Government of India has made it mandatory for all the officers to undergo compulsory trainings on its IT platform called as I Got Karma Yogi. And as per the direction issued by the police headquarters, all our investigating officers are made compulsory to enroll themselves on this Karma Yogi platform, not only the IOs but also all the ranks up to head constable and even constables. And Police Headquarters under the leadership of DGP has prescribed mandatory courses. We have identified the courses for all ranks, right from DGP up to constables, and these courses are required to be completed and the certificates to be submitted to the PHQ. So yes, we agree that just procuring the devices and the equipments are not sufficient to improve the professionalism of the force. We are very well aware of that, and we are trying to improve the skills and training aspects of our officers also, not only with regard to the forensic part but also the investigating skills, conducting various workshops with specialized agencies, with the cyber offences, with regard to with NILIT, with regard to the terrorism and other aspects, with the NIA and all other aspects. So yes, it will take time, but we are on the right path of conducting and upgrading our skills of the officers.
So just to add, for example, like if you remember in the past year or so, there have been a couple of instances like rape or molestation or even murders where the forensic teams had to go from Dimapur. Okay, so because the forensic lab is only based in Dimapur, so with these mobile forensic van, a lot of this gap will be filled. Immediately lifting of forensic samples will be possible, although those samples will have to be transported for the final analysis to the forensic lab, but it will shorten the reaction time even for forensics. From our side, from the PHQ, we have also proposed to the government, I'm saying it is proposed to the government to have a sort of recruitment for what we are calling scene of crime officers. Okay, so they can visit the scene of crime before the forensic analysts can visit, and they can lift samples or something. We could train them as experts. So we have tried to do our best. Another thing that I would want to bring to your notice for investigation purposes is that as per the mandate of the BNSS, the Forensic Science Directorate had to be separated from police. The state government in the past 1 month, the cabinet has approved the Directorate of Forensic Sciences to be a separate directorate. So it is for some period of time it will continue to work with police department till the time the final sort of separation takes place. But the state government has agreed to have a separate directorate. We have been requested to do the hand holding. So from the police department, because it is actually they are doing our job, so we are willing to do whatever it takes from our side to help improve the facilities and the manpower of the forensic directorate.
Question recently, Chief, the elder woman rape question. Then forensic team go next day Dimapur by Jabulation. So it was like in a Gadi to say that to have dispatch qualification. So accordingly, district wise out of 17 districts.
See, finally, when we achieve our optimum target, district wise bhag korbo kot lage tate dibo. Okay, but currently our problems are that some of the districts, they do not have a high degree of crime. Tate gari khara kori dile, it is a wastage for maybe 300 days out of 365. So we have to judiciously deploy our resources so as to put more resources in place where there is more requirement and crime. Okay, so we have distributed, but ultimately we will arrive at an ideal situation where there will be, say, at least one forensic van for each district. So ultimately that is the aim. Itya to upay nahi. If you deploy to, say, the far-flung district, I'm not saying they should not get, they should get, but if you deploy to far-flung district and there is no work, it is a wastage of this thing. So we have worked out a system where, for, say, we are at least making the forensic vans reach closer to those districts so that the reaction time is not 24 hours or say 36 hours, but they can reach in, say, 2 hours time.
Now, sir, the forensic laboratory went to have handle for technical experts. Asina, sir, nutun alibo lagi.
All of gen training dishe holebi forensics is a very technical and specialized job. Notun halibo lagibo na kobo notun lobo lagibo. Not just police department. So for ours, so there is sort of a, if you look at it, there is sort of a dichotomy there. whether the forensic vans will be under Directorate of Forensic Sciences or they will be under the police department. Okay, police is the first responder, so that is why I am saying that we have proposed to the government that if we can have scene of crime officers, so the scene of crime officers and the forensic van and the team can work together, because ultimately whatever samples that we gather have to come to the forensic science lab. So sabo kininga karu.
And more than that, the important point is forensic science experts who is analyzing the evidences.
Has to be an expert.
They have to be expert first. They have to be declared expert, and second, they have to come to the court for giving their deposition. And a police officer who is collecting the exhibits or the samples, he is not an expert first. So that point has to be clarified. We, as far as I understand, the new criminal laws, the mandate is we need to visit the scene of crime for all offences beyond 7 years, and we need to collect the samples. So definitely even the police officer needs to be trained, and as DGP mentioned, we have already completed the first phase of training wherein 50 officers from all units have been given the training of how to pick up the exhibits.
Sir, one question for Ryan. This is in regard with the technical expertise. In 2017, December 7th, during cabinet meeting, 9 posts was to be sent requisition to the NPAC. Only aji tak sai inga jesu ledo enaka technical expertise kan laga advertisement open advertisement hoina document hoina aji tak digana to itu lo boda mi.
See, I am aware of this. From the police headquarters, we have already proposed to the government to send a requisition to the NPSC, Nalima, for filling up those. We have requested to NPSC through the state government for filling up 5 posts. It has been advertised. So, what Special Secretary Home is saying that it has already been those posts have been advertised. But I personally feel that over a period of time, we will require more branches and more divisions in forensic science lab in Nagaland. So, but it is an ongoing process. It will take some time.
I would like to ask with regard to the ID class. As we know, now NIA has been involved, but then has there been any preliminary findings from the Nagaland police?
See, we are following some leads. Honestly, all those things need not be discussed in an open forum. We are following some leads. Some of the samples for the IEDs and all have been sent to the have been collected and sent to the NSG for analysis. We are following some leads, both human intelligence as well as investigation leads. So it's better that we don't share anything. I think you are all aware of, I think, Deputy CM mentioning that the case will be taken up by NIA. So just to mention to you what happens is, so state government will propose, but the final decision whether the case will be taken by NIA or not is taken by the MHA. So that decision has not yet been conveyed to us. Even if it has been taken, it has not been conveyed to us. So we are just waiting. For the time being, we are doing our best to investigate the cases.
So one question for my investor. So most of the time, especially crime bishi happen wa Dimapur or New Land because this unnatural death can police can investigation post-mortem family members can post-mortem no lobo sir neighboring state Assam di jaile Assam di naga manu kunba khatna bana unnatural death lagile request kori nide post-mortem lobo le mandatory ho jaye. So Nagaland is a case
See, this is not a new problem. This has been carrying on from the time I joined service in Nagaland. Okay, legally there has to be a post-mortem. Okay, it is sort of almost mandatory. We have been saying always that the sentiments will get hurt. Mano laga inega ho jao, ito bra kurvole. I mean, kurvole na de family khan. I don't know how long can this carry on, because when it is done outside, when anything happens to any of the Nagas or anyone resident of Nagaland outside, it is inevitably done. Then they cannot object to it, and they normally don't object to it also. So it is only within Nagaland that we are objecting. I think a lot of cases where, now I'm not, please don't take me otherwise, but a lot of cases where a post-mortem is required, it is done for investigation and for ruling out foul play. Okay, That is one of the reasons. The other reason is in some cases where compensation or things like that are involved, it is a mandatory requirement to produce an MLC. Okay, so I think I would sort of try to want to use this platform to encourage people that parele kurele bhala se. Okay, you never know genuine death nishna laga bhi foul play hobo pare. Okay, और वो पीछे ते exhume करो ये तो पीछे there have been cases where dead bodies have been exhumed. I remember, I think there was one case in Tunsang where a child's body, an infant's body was exhumed a few days ago, if I remember correctly. So first day kori dile bhala se na ki. So I would sort of want to encourage people, if it is possible, please allow the postmortems to take place wherever it is required. Especially where it is required by law, it is necessary. It's good that we sort of adopting this practice, that we should allow that. I just want to take this opportunity for a couple of things, if I can mention. First is a very general statement which you know, which I have been saying for the past 3 years. I would request all members of the public, NGOs, civil societies, association, apex bodies or whatever, whoever is there, please don't take law into your own hands. Okay, don't take law into your own hands. You think that you are doing the right thing, but legally it is a wrong thing to do. So you will end up on the wrong side of law. That's one small request that I want to make for all sorts of crime. Okay, there is a police, there is a state machinery which has to do it. Please report to them. That's one. Secondly, we have been requesting people to register, the landlords to register themselves, and tenants to register on an app that we have developed. Please help us to do it. It will help us in investigating crimes and keeping you safe a lot. So we have requested our officers also to do it. Please, I would request all of you to do it. In the same thing, a message to the hotels of Nagaland. Earlier you were submitting records of whoever were the guests in your hotels in hard copy to the police stations. For your convenience and to make things easy, we have developed an app and a link which has been given. I would request all hoteliers and restaurants and all, wherever you have a room which can be booked for the night, please register there. It is for your own safety, so that a crime does not keep getting committed in your premises. I think by and large the law and order situation in the state remains normal. Yes, there could be some ripples from across in Manipur or something, but so far I would like to thank the public of Nagaland, apex bodies and everybody for maintaining restraint in this matter. It's a very volatile issue where one misstatement here or there can lead to a problem. So your continued cooperation in this regard will be appreciated from our side, from the police side and from the district administration side. We have been cooperating and coordinating and sending appropriate messages to the district administration and police to request everybody to maintain peace, and from our side we will continue to do it. Thank you very much.